Hi everyone, Nathan Hall here. Today's lesson, I was looking through your geography classes with Mr. Anderson that some of you have, and I saw that you were working on an activity about, activities about the Roman Empire and ancient Egypt. So I want to do one on this. We're going to look at how to read maps. Real quickly, this was the Roman Empire under Trajan, the best emperor ever. You can see how far it went. Up here to England, down here to... yeah, that would be like beyond Egypt now, down below Libya. Wow. And Judea, that's where Jesus was. That area, Syria, where we have all the problems now. Over here we'd have Iraq and Iran. I'm sure you've heard of those countries. This would be modern Romania. Let's see, Germany up here, Germania, didn't get real far. Gallia, France. And what does this have to do with the Spanish language? Well, Spanish is actually derived from the language they spoke. Spanish is called a Romance language. So look at the charts, the effects it had on our lives, and read an article about it. So this will be one homework you have. You'll have to go through this timeline to make sense of some things and the sort of questions. You can read it here. So you can see the Roman Empire lasted from 753 BCE to around the time Jesus was born. And then everything stops moving backwards, starts moving forward. So it lasted over 1,000 years before it finally, everyone said, forget it, no point to this anymore, and just let the whole thing fall apart. Pretty good. The United States has only lasted about 200 so far. So who founded Rome? That's on there. And one question, this will be a vocabulary word, persecuted. That's what these Christians are being. They believed in Christ. They said, the emperor's not a god. Only one God. Jesus is his son. So, kind of treated pretty badly. Eaten by lions. Burned alive. Slowly killed to death. Don't get me started on that. Lots of stories about what happened. And on this map, some important places to find. Egypt. Rome. Britannia. That's going to become England someday. Hispania. That's going to become Spain, where the Spanish language comes from. So if there are any famous people you can name, here are some examples. Two we're going to talk about. Mark Antony. I forgot to put Mark in there. Okay. Just like the singer, who married J-Lo for a while. And Cleopatra. If you ever saw Katy Perry's Dark Horse video, this is who she was imitating. So, some scientists think they may have found a long-lost tomb where these two are buried. And when we say long-lost, they all died, let's see, not long after Julius Caesar here. So really, around this time, somewhere in this little time frame, all this war is going on. About 2,000 years ago. And the scientist believes he may have found their 2,000-year-old temple. It's called Taposiris Magna. Cleopatra lived in the city of Alexandria, so it's near that. See, can we find that on our map here, Alexandria? Yeah, right there. That's where Cleo lived. So, General Antony, general would be a great vocabulary word. He was in charge of the armies. She was queen of Egypt. He did not get along with Caesar Augustus, Julius Caesar's nephew. So he said, hey, Cleopatra, help me, we'll take over Rome. And it didn't work so well. They lost. Mark Antony, Cleopatra lost. Caesar Augustus did so well that we now have the month of August named after him. So they found these maps with a little cleft in the chin. They said, hey, we think this is him. Let's go to our vocabulary words. Tomb. This is Grant's tomb in New York City. Guy who was buried there was a general led armies and a president. This was a temple in ancient Rome. We'll talk about different than church in the live class. The cleft, little mark in your chin. Some people think it's hot. Cemetery. It's different than a tomb because lots of people are buried there. And at least 10 mummies, dried out people, long dead, are buried in that area. So this woman from Dominican Republic has been studying this stuff for a long time. And she said, hey, I think we found the place. So they're using a radar to explore it. Found lots of dead bodies in there, lots of mummies. Unfortunately, they've been dead for thousands of years. So in live class, we'll talk about what kind of job this is. You'll ask some questions on this reading and try to learn the vocabulary words. Any problems, you can let me know or go to the English Cafe. That's all for now. Goodbye.